Hello, everybody. This is Eliz-sha Keating from WisdomSeekers.net, and we're here today for the weekly for Earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn from May 17th to the 23rd, 2020. And the first card I pulled was Mastery. And that, I think most people know what mastery means. Spiritual mastery is what we're talking about. And so we'll come back to it. We always do. And so the first card actually is Mastery, our master craftsman sitting at it, working at his craft, which this has been a very prevalent motif this week. I think this is the second time, well, yesterday was the first time, right, that we got the master craftsman as the base card. And so that's by itself is very telling. I'm just getting a necklace. Oh, I'll use this one. I haven't used this one for a long time. So Master Craftsman using as a base card is telling us we're all moving into our mastery. And there are different levels of mastery. It's not like you get to mastery and you're all the same. There's, well, for instance, Jesus Christ 2,000 years ago, plus now, he was a master. But 2,000 years later, he's a much higher level of a master than he was when he was here on Earth. So he continues to grow and to change. We continue to grow and to change. So we are moving into our mastery. And the card that covers it is the Four of Wands. And the Four of Wands is about coming together. It's coming together in a very happy and joyful way. So there's two things about this coming together. One is parts of you individually are coming together, which makes a complete whole, which makes it easier for you to live your life and enjoy life. The other part is we as a people are coming together. There's more of us standing together than ever before, partly because of the internet, because we can reach out and talk to people and interact with people all over the world. For instance, I was just talking to a young lady in Texas, and I'm up here in Canada, the other side of the continent. It's pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool. It's very exciting for me, actually, to be able to talk to people from all over the world. So the energy from here to there and back again is very cordial. And so it goes from here to there, and all the energy falls down and hits along the way. And it's all cordial, good energy. Okay? So it's like we create a spider web around the world of good energy. And there's the idiots out there who want to point fingers and say negative things, but the good energy always outweighs the bad. So we're coming together as a not a nation, as a people of Earth. And doesn't matter if you're black or you're white, and I don't know what the correct terms are anymore for different colors, but it doesn't matter what color your skin is or what color your eyes are, because it's the soul that we're connecting with, and it should always be the soul we connect with, not otherwise. So what's behind us for this week is the Nine of Pentacles, and it's having put in the effort. We're reaping the rewards. And we have been putting in a lot of effort for the last, since 2012, I would say. And it keeps exponentially getting more and more and more and more. But the last couple of weeks have been even more so and now we are reaping the rewards. And how is that? Well, usually I suspect in the higher energy levels, things are much calmer than they are in our levels, because it takes a little time for us to get to the same place. But I know, having watched the news, that things are shifting and changing in a very positive way. I still expect some of the left-hand energy to erupt into something interesting. But mostly, I think we're doing okay. So what's below us? The Princess of Wands, and that is starting to believe or pull in the magic. And I'm talking about magical thinking. I'm thinking that's not, well, the Eeyore kind of thinking. You know who Eeyore is from Pooh Bear? Yeah, I know, but it won't be good for me. That kind of thinking, that kind of Eeyore thinking. We're getting to the place where we're going, wow, look at that bud. It's so beautiful. It's just popping up. Yesterday it was really tiny. Now it's half a leaf. Magical thinking. You see the positive, you see the wonder, and you see the potential for things to happen that have never happened before. And I'm going to read the next two together, mostly because I just like them together. So this is something I say every time I'm on. Use your intuition. Trust yourself. Trust your intuition. Allow your intuition to blossom. And then I get the judgment, the justice card, which I use as my light worker card. It's cutting away the dross, that which is no longer benefiting us. But it is using your intuition. It is seeing things from a point of view of clarity. You can have belief systems, but that's just what they are. They can be correct belief systems, but they're still belief systems. With the Justice card, you have this. I just know this is right. It has the feeling of right all over it. And that's what comes when you use your intuition. And so when I was saying I was expecting the left-hand path to erupt, well, in front of us for this week, there is the Ten of Swords. And the Ten of Swords is basically about still feeling the cuts and the pain from backbiting, wrongdoing, etc., things like that. But you could also see that he's heading towards the sun. So things are starting to be in the past. They're not in the future. So though you're still dealing with some of this stuff, it's not in front of you. It's behind you, and it's up to you to choose to let it go. Because I'm going to read the next card with it, and the next card is the Magician. So we have the Justice card, and we have the Magician, and the Light Worker, and the Magician. And the Magician is literally bringing in new magic or new energy, new magic, and changing it, making it shaped to your benefit. And that's in a positive. We want it always to go positive, because you can do the left-hand path or you can do the right-hand path. And we do want to do the right-hand path, because the left-hand path can only vibrate so high, then it cannot go any higher. But the right-hand path, you can keep on vibrating higher and higher and higher. All right. So what is going to give us the most in the long run is the right-hand path. The right-hand path of the Magician is you take things and you shape them, and you shape them into positivities. All right. Does that make sense to you? Probably not. But when it happens, you'll go, oh, click, I get it. And so the next two cards are actually Major Arcana. And the Temperance card is very similar to the Magician. And that new energy is coming in. It is affecting the earth in a very positive way. The trees, the water, everything is reacting in a positive way to the new energy coming in, and they're shaking themselves off, and they're growing towards the light. And that also can be us. We can grow towards the light. We can push the dark back. And again, we have the Emperor. And the Emperor was very prevalent last week, but the new Emperor, not the old Emperor. And I think in this case, it is again the new Emperor, which is abundance, which is support, which is seeing things clearly. But more than anything, it is non-rigid. Okay, so the next two cards would suggest that this week may have a bit of a bump to it. We have the tools. We're capable. This is the Five of Swords. We have the tools. We're quite capable of dealing with any situation that comes along. And according to the cards, there is a situation. It might be individual. It might be world shaking again. We don't know, because I've noticed that things that happen that should be world shaking do not necessarily get into the news, except in a small way. Okay, and then we have the Devil, and the devil is an exciting card. The devil does not want to win. When the devil wins, he cries. That's a Jewish proverb or saying. I'm not sure what you call it. But with the devil, if you look at the devil, it's the woman in the mirror who thinks she's wrong, who thinks she's not good enough, who thinks she's evil. The devil is just holding the chains, and the chains are no thicker than what you would wear on a fine necklace. But if you look at yourself clearly in the mirror and see yourself for reality, horns and all, and say, yes, I'm okay the way I am, then you transform. And in below, you see the snakes. If you look at them closely, the snakes have wings, so they can transform and change into something else. So having the Devil card, it's a lesson coming up, basically for you. And I can even tell you what the lesson's going to be pretty well, because of the next card is the Lovers. So the next card, then the lesson this week is love. Loving yourself, trusting yourself, using your intuition, and making the right choices. Do you love yourself enough to stand up for who and what you believe in? Will you allow yourself to take that chance and make a change? And if you do, you will go into mastery. And some of you are already there. But more importantly, you will shine. And the shining and the glowing are pretty exciting. And see, look at the shining. She's lifting off the ground. So it's a pretty important shine. Okay, I'm done. Go for it. How is everybody?
Kenna Hawk says...
Hi, Kenna.
Hello. Moonfeather says, hi, ladies. How are you both feeling today?
I'm good.
Mama B asks...
Just hang on before we go too far. I need to let my daughter have my phone.
I can send it to her.
Okay.
Mama B asks, hello, is Michael afraid of me?
Yes. Definitely. You've always been the strong one in the family. You've always been the one that made the rules and the regulations. And he's always sort of just done what he just sort of follows along. He might be mouthy here and there and things like that. But basically, yes, he had a great deal of respect, fearful respect for you. And he still does. I mean, if you say something, he's going to jump. He may not jump in the way you want, but, if he's moved to another city, that would say that he wants to put distance between you so that he is not tempted to fall back into old ways. All right.
Angel T asks, when is Maria going to tell me how she really feels about me? Why don't you just tell her?
Why don't you ask her?
Moonfeather asks...
No, I'm not finished. I should answer that one. The truth is, people need to communicate with each other. But more importantly, they need to comprehend each other, and they need to understand what they're saying to each other. So it's not that you just communicate. It's that you check to make sure they understood what you're saying, because your way of saying something and her way of saying something may not necessarily be the same. And if you're waiting for somebody else to make a difference in your life, then you're giving away your power. It is up to you to stop and feel what is the next step, then go and do it. Don't give away your power. Okay.
Moonfeather asks, yesterday you said my angels showed you a dark mirror with light around it, saying there will be communication soon and not to fear. Will it be from a person or via intuition, please and thank you?
Well, I doubt it's a human, if that's what you're asking, but they do have the shape of human. I think it's a guide or a guiding energy. But I think it's from your history rather from your present. And when I say your history, I'm going to go with the assumption you're from what I say when you come from away. So many of us who've come to Earth right now are not native to Earth. We've come from a different planet or someplace like that. So I suspect this person is from away. This energy is from away. So human, no. Somebody you're close and comfortable with, yes. And even with it's in your intuition, it still can be the same thing.
Nancy P. asks, does MV have feelings for me?
I get a very yes, but they're very shy and not sure how to deal with it. They're not sure how to move forward. And I don't have enough information to tell you how to support that. They're moving forward. Just be kind and considerate and patient. The faster you go, the slower you get there. The slower you go, the faster you'll get there.
Queen Bee Ray asks, how is Eve feeling about me? We haven't talked for 3 weeks.
He is a little upset. And I suspect he is expecting you to reach out, and you're expecting E to reach out, and both of you are feeling slightly slighted because neither one of you is reaching out. It's called stubborn. It's not called logical. It's up to you. It's your choice. It is a slight frustration on E's point of view, but how you move forward with it will be your choice. Okay.
Lola B asks, are M's intention just about sex when it comes to me?
Well, the answer is definitely enjoy it, but that's not the only thing that you're interested in.
Li Chen asks, is Jay going to reach out to me anytime this year?
At this point, it's not there's no intentions to do so at the moment.
JJ asks, hello ladies, do my dragon guides have any messages for me?
Well, they're suggesting that you get up and dance, but only in the energy, because they recognize. Basically, they're saying do meditations with them. Go for a ride. Go for flights in the stratosphere and things like that. Have fun with them. And going with dragon flights is really kind of fun. I recommend it.
D Sparks asks, hi E and E, do my guides have any messages they would like to offer? Thank you.
So the first thing they showed me is sunshine. And I'm going to go with that in two ways. You're not getting enough, which means vitamin D. And you need to get out and about. And you need to look at, it's good, it would be good for you to view life from a very positive position. You do have a tendency, I suspect, to be afraid, to allow yourself to be happy, to be afraid to allow yourself to go forward and enjoy things. You come from a family, I think, historically, you've come from a family that has a fear of being happy because they're waiting for the other shoe to drop. Well, I'm going to suggest that you go out and you enjoy being in joy. And if the other shoe drops, okay. But in the meantime, you are in joy. And you can always go back to that joy. So I'm suggesting you live in the minute, not in the fear. Okay.
Joy, Peace, and Love asks, hi, ladies. How are you both feeling today? Do my guys have any messages for me? Thank you both.
Okay. So, I don't know if you've ever been to a powwow where they dance, and if you have, then you'll understand this message quite clearly. You need to dance like that. You need to dance with the earth. You need to dance for the earth, and you need to, which basically means it is time to get back to your roots. And whether you have Native American, Indian in you or not, somewhere back in your history, we all come from a tribe. We all come from a nature worship energy, because that's, we worship nature or we died, kind of thing. So it's time for you to get back to your roots. It's time for you to dance in the sunshine and it is time, and this has been quite prevalent so far through the questions and answers, it's time to go forward in joy. You will attract to you that which is most important in your life. Or you will attract to you that which you were putting out, basically. And I'm going to suggest strongly that everybody who's listening, put out joy. It is time. It is time that we are happy and we, basically it's just time for us to be happy. Okay?
Yasmin Fox asks, hey, angel message for me, please, and thank you.
Angel message?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so beautiful angel came forward. very high energetic level. And he says, please tell her it's time to open your heart and to receive. And that was all I got. I would suggest very strongly that you open your heart to this particular angel. And as I said, it's a very high spiritual vibration. And receive.
D Spark says, thank you for the weekly reading. And Jennifer Schwab asks, hello ladies, does my husband's mother, Sandra, who passed away, have a message for him? Thank you so much.
Well, first of all, she's really delighted that you asked. And the first part of it is, of course, tell him I really love him. And of course that that she's always, when needed, she's always there. But she would really like it if your husband would spend a little more time. I think she's talking about being in prayer, because she's saying, I really like him to talk to, and she doesn't say me so much as us more often. And I believe what she's talking about is to ask in prayer for just to ask in prayer. Okay.
Mary Rashid asks, hello ladies, I was wondering, are there any messages from my guides?
So the guide that came forward is very regal. That's the only word I have for it. It's very regal. And he says it's been a while since you've talked to this particular guide, and basically it is time to get back into doing what you have been doing. It's time to get back to what you had planned for your life, basically. I'm going to leave that with you. I have a feeling you know what I'm talking about, and it's something that's very personal. Okay.
Kenna Hawk says, shining champagne sea asks, hey Elisha, Ellen, Elisha, hope all is well. Would love to look into my love life at this time. Do you see anyone in particular coming towards me soon? Thank you so much.
So Champagne, you're never going to be alone long. It's not part of your personal design. You have come into this lifetime, and you have come into this lifetime to be a couple. So for you, if one partner turns out not to be the right partner, there will be someone there for you soon. I can't tell you who or what. I can't. I think the energy is very different from what you're used to. It's a very gentle, kind energy, and I suspect you're not used to. I expect you're not quite used to that gentleness in an energy, which makes it a little difficult for you to recognize this person. But there's a kindness, there's a genuine kindness to the energy that's coming your way. Okay.
Megan McCarthy asks, hello, love. I've been feeling a little under the weather, and is it a healing crisis or something else?
I feel that you're right. You hit it on the nose right off the bat. That's the feeling I got was, yes, healing crisis. Having said that, make sure that you look after yourself. I see, and it's not my favorite tea, but dandelion tea would be very good for you right now. Anything with vitamin C's in it, and of course take your D vitamins. Lots of sleep. And yes, I know I can hear you go, sleep? No, I haven't got time. Or you don't want to. Lots of sleep right now. So basically, I'm telling you to baby yourself as much as possible. And if you've got littles to keep you occupied, good luck on that. Because having littles is really hard to sleep. It's hard to do anything. But to the best of your ability at this moment, look after yourself over others, because how you look after yourself now will determine how things move for you in the future. Okay?
Mary Ice asks, hello, ladies and everyone who is chatting. I was wondering how my brother-in-law is feeling mentally and emotionally since he started chemotherapy, radiation treatment. He has pancreatic cancer.
Okay. For the outside world, he tries very hard to show positivity, but he doesn't feel very positive. I think the pancreas is one of the spots where you hold not so much anger, but feelings of unworth. And so he's dealing with not feeling good enough. He doesn't have the right. He doesn't have the right to be. He doesn't have the right to have a good life. He doesn't have the right to survive. He doesn't feel that. He doesn't feel as positive as he should. I would suggest, and I know this is something you don't do for men as a general rule, take him a tiny bouquet of a very bright flower. It doesn't have to be more than one or two flowers and maybe a bit of green, but bright purple, bright yellow, and give him something out of the ordinary, something that he would not, that comes from left field, something he would have totally no expectations on receiving from anyone, because he has got himself in a squirrel wheel, and he's running around, and his mind needs something to break it out. I would recommend, if he's got the energy for it, that you get him off thinking about himself. Get him off, and I highly recommend a game called Weave. And it's, if you look it up, it's on it's internet. It's the Monocle Society, where you take on the guise of being others. You can be, I don't know. And one time I was Bender from Futurama. I had a blast, but I didn't have to think about me. I was thinking about Bender, who was totally different from who I am. So get him out of his own thinking. Okay.
And it doesn't have to be Weave. There is Dungeons and Dragons.
But just Weave's so easy.
No, I know. But there's like a Dungeons and Dragons game where you're all dogs, and it's Doggo and Treats or something. It's something really silly and funny.
And that's what he needs. He needs something fun, and he needs to laugh.
Also, and I believe that's free. It was when I first found it. And I can't remember the website, otherwise I'd direct you to it. But also, if you go to Nerdist or Google Carnival Row RPG, tabletop RPG, again, it was free when the Amazon Prime Carnival Row show came out. It still might be up. It still might be free, and you can be a fairy of some description or a human, or there are a lot of free RPGs that you can play out there in the world. Just look it up.
And then you don't have to be you for a while.
Yeah. There's some called Honey Heist where you're all bears.
That would be fun. I remember hearing that on
from Critical Role.
Yeah, they did that. It was hilarious.
Yeah, if you look up free RPGs, there's Chew Gum and Kick Butt or something, and you roll dice, 6-sided dice. If you get if you get the amount or lower amount of a number of gum or something. I'm describing it horribly.
Yes.
You pass, but if you go over, you lose a piece of gum.
Anyhow, there's lots of games out there that are a lot of fun, and this is for other people who are bored too and frustrated. Go and find free games and do these RPGs. They're hilarious. We did it with my 8-year-old grandson, and he was just having a blast.
It took his 5-year-old sister for him to get out of his comfort zone of, this is just weird. I don't understand.
Well, then
but once he got into it, he was into it, and it was fun.
Yeah, but then Nana acted really funny too, right? So yeah. He was a little shocked because Nana talked in accents and stuff.
Yeah. But yeah, there's a lot. Just Google tabletop RPGs, and
anybody who's been on here knows that I recommend them.
Yeah.
Because I've talked about them before, because I think they're a blast.
Well, and they help in so many ways.
Yeah, autistic kids, it helps them.
It helps for dealing with trauma. It helps in a lot of
It helps with boredom.
Ways. Yeah. And you're creating a collaborative story with the people around you.
And you have to work together.
Yeah.
So anyhow, let's go on. But I do recommend that you find something to make this to get him out of himself.
Kaya City Vlog says, "Hey, may I have a general reading, please?"
Generally, I don't do general readings in 2 minutes. In a 2-minute reading, I'm sorry. And I know the last one was like 5 minutes, but that was kind of different from average. I do better on specifics on this, but generally, I got the energy from you that you've got high hopes, and you have the ability to create these high hopes, except that you also have a tendency to mind chatter a little bit, and that messes you up. So no mind chatter, but specific questions are a little bit easier in a short question like this.
Tay says, "Thank you. That was a nice message. I'll try and meditate when I can, or read a book and listen to music."
No, I told her to go fly with
No, I know, but that helps me meditate.
Oh, yeah.
Especially.
Oh, you don't even have to meditate. You just have to just do imagination.
Mm-hmm. The Erla asks, "Hi, lovely ladies.
Hi,
both lovely Eliz-sha and Elle. May I know if I will be able to get a raise if I finish editing the 20 chapters this week. I
Wow.
have a job editing translations for e-novels, but it doesn't pay much. And I'm not sure if it's truly worth my time and efforts. Thank you so much, both.
Okay, so finish it. Tell them that that you need a raise because you're just not making enough money. And if you've done a good job, you'll get a raise.
Next.
Yeah, but congratulations. I'm pretty darn certain that that whatever you put your hand to, you can do.
Megan McCarthy says, haha, yes, you hit it right on the nose as well. You are the best. Thank you so very much. Lots of love. Jennifer Schwab says, thank you both for your time and energy. That was a wonderful message for my husband. I have passed it on. He does tend to not just be still and listen or talk to spirit as much as he could. Megan McCarthy adds, thank you both so much. Mary Ice says he can't have any flowers due to his treatment.
Okay, well, something
what about
bright.
Paper flowers?
Yeah.
Make handmade flowers.
Yeah. That's the image that came in right when you said that. Paper flowers.
She adds, I will try something new and unexpected and get his two boys to help with weave.
Weave is a blast. The kids will love it.
I believe in the next week to a month, because their timing is always off due to bugs and coding and stuff.
Due to the fact that they're left right-brained rather than left-brained.
And also, it just, you never know what comes up when it comes to computers. They are planning to go fully digital. So at the moment, I believe, I could be wrong, if you download the app, it's free, completely free. You get 4 worlds for free, and the cards and dice will be in the game digitally, so you don't have to buy a physical packet of the cards and dice. You can if you want to. It's not necessary. And again, all that's for free. They are opening it up for a subscription, so you can, and they'll have a store so you can buy different worlds to create and play with. You can also make your own world with these offered cards. Anyhow, it's a fun system. If you YouTube it, there's a bunch of playthroughs, Monocle Society, that should be here on YouTube. And she says, thanks for the advice. Anjali Dahir.
Hi, Angie.
Asks, hi, Eliz-sha and Elle, what's coming for me? What's coming for me in this coming month?
I see that at the end of the month or end of 30 days, I'm not quite sure which, I see your face shining and bright and you're happy. So what you're feeling now is going to, there's a new beginning coming for you, and it's something that you're going to really, really enjoy. So I'm going to suggest that you find a reason to smile. I'm going to also suggest you do more of the blogging than you have been doing. You do something to keep your spirits up until the beginning of what is new for you. Okay? And something new is coming your way. New and shiny.
And our last question, unless somebody else pops in, comes from Kefu Girl. She asks, so enjoy you ladies. Will he leave the karmic for me?
I'm sorry?
So enjoy you ladies. Will he leave the karmic for me?
Oh, let me figure out if he is capable of it, because you can't do what you're not capable of. And yeah. I can only tell you that he really would like to. He's just not. He really would like to, but what he says is, I don't have the courage you do. I don't have the courage. I don't have the courage to do things the way you do. Having said that, don't give up on him, because he wants to be with you. He just doesn't. He's just not as courageous as you are, which doesn't mean he's not capable. He just doesn't believe in himself. There is a tie there between you and him. And I can't tell you more than that. I just know that there's something there. And that's it. I'm sorry. I can see something there. I don't know what it is, but your story's not ended. Basically, that's the best I can do at the moment. Anything else come up?
Yeah, Kathy says yes. Says, my birthday is tomorrow. What am I supposed to be concentrating on at this time?
Hi, Kathy. So the part of you that's in the energy goes, me. I'm supposed to be concentrating on me. And I think that's something that's very important right now, is that you do allow yourself to sort through your inner energy. There's something that is holding you down. It's like it's tied to I'm assuming you're still in that apartment, and it's that you're tied to that apartment, and you can look inside yourself and follow that tie or that tether, then you'll be able to get out of your apartment easily, or get away from it easier. Even if you've moved on and you find that you're still attached to that apartment, it would be probably to your benefit to follow that lead. It is from, it's not from your heart, and it's not from your power center, but it's between, which probably means that it's a bit of a memory, and it's a bit of struggle. I'm done.
Okay, Angeli here says, I love you both. T. Garnet says, hello. Angeli adds, thank you for your positive vibes. Jennifer Schwab says, I love your necklace, Eliz-sha. It's so unique. I hope you have a wonderful day, ladies.
Comes from Hebel Designs.
Yeah, it's a beta with opalite or moonstone.
I think it's opalite.
It's a beta rose quartz with opalite or a moonstone from Hebel Designs, based in California.
And it's Hebel.
Yeah. If you Google her, she'll come up. She does
beautiful work.
Jewelry based off of, or she did, not so much now. She does a lot of her own unique.
She makes her own design. She does her own work.
Yeah, but she does jewelry based off of character books, or books in characters in books. There we go. Her jewelry is expensive, but it's made to order.
It's not really that bad.
I mean, if you don't have $85 plus shipping to spend, but her jewelry is made to order.
It's very solid, nice stuff.
Yeah, and
We've recommended it for years.
forever. She's a really nice lady. If you follow her on Instagram, you get to see all her pretties.
And it's also she's honest. We've never had a trouble with her.
And she also does custom designs as well.
Yeah, I have more of her stuff, but
it's all tangled and everything.
It's all tangled up, and Nell's got most of it upstairs.
Yeah.
This is one of her things here, actually, and because I like copper. Copper's one of my favorites. But she made this. She made this. Rings. I just don't happen to wear them a lot anymore. I've never worn rings. I just use them for my card readings when all I did was hands.
Yeah. She also, I think, off the top of my head, I think her most expensive piece of jewelry is like $95, and it's a spirit animal necklace with a specific stone. So it can be a tiger with a raw tiger's eye or carnelian, and it's just it's beautiful work.
Yeah,
can't recommend her enough.
Yeah, we really do like her work.
Where am I? Okay. T Garnet asks, "I'm feeling lost. Anything from my spirit guides?"
So right now you're feeling lost is because the energy is shifting and changing it tremendously. I highly recommend you spend as much time as you can with people of like mind, even if they are also feeling lost. And that's a high probability. As you know, I do readings, and I have been reading for people who feel lost a lot. So your guides are suggesting that you do a bit more grounding than you have in the past. And they're also showing me, basically they're suggesting you dig in until you get through this period of time. You're feeling lost because, not because you're lacking, because you're not lacking, but you're feeling lost because you're waiting. And waiting is really super hard. I remember when I first started and I had to wait, and it felt like I was walking blindfolded in a fog, and I couldn't find my footing. And it doesn't last forever. Okay, so be patient and know that you are going the right direction. In fact, you don't have a choice about whether you're going the right direction or not, because that's the only way the footsteps lead. That's the only way the path leads you right now. So be patient. Know that you're on the right path. Ground as much as you can. Eat good food. Eat proper, make sure you get the right minerals and balanced minerals and things. But you're just waiting for the next step.
Kafu Girl says, "Thank you. I truly adore him." Kathy Sepia says, "LOL. Yes, and thank you."
And happy birthday.
Yes, happy birthday. Maria Herrera says, "Hello."
Hi, Maria.
Anjali says, "Indian grocery delivery."
Sounds good to me. We don't have it that particular here, but...
T. Garnet says, "Heartache, yes, thank you."
So heartache is the best thing to do, again, is to ground. It's not necessarily fun, but it is the best thing. And go through it. Allow yourself the privilege of going through a heartache.
that's it.
Okay. Nice length of time. I'm going to say goodbye and talk to you tomorrow, which is Thursday. Wow, I got the right date. Tonight we have meditation with Maddie. Tomorrow, I think meditation tonight's 5 o'clock Pacific. I think tomorrow, I'm not 100% sure. I'll have to look it up, but I think it's 4 Pacific time. Just pay attention to what's happening. I do intend to pull somebody on for a visit. No readings, just a visit, because people enjoy those. And sometime between now and Monday, I do. Usually something's happening Monday. I don't know. I have to ask Elizabeth. She tries to keep me organized, and so far, I think she's pulling her hair out. So we'll see you tomorrow. Namaste. Namaste.
Bye, everybody.